As we've been watching our infrared high-resolution satellite, and again, this is more real-time than radar imagery is because these images come in every single minute. And what looked to be that well-defined eye pushing onshore where you see the town of Perry, again, right along the coastline of the Big Bend is primarily marsh. So thankfully, more sparsely populated part of the coastline. It looked like that was the center of the storm moving inland. However, what is likely occurring is that this storm was trying to undergo what is called an eye wall replacement cycle. In other words, the initial eye wall begins to weaken, a secondary one strengthens, and that usually indicates the storm is trying to strengthen even further. Now, it looks like as that was occurring, it started to get a little bit more land interaction and it stopped it. So thankfully, this wasn't able to intensify even more, although it is a catastrophic Category 4 hurricane. Now, at the moment, it looks almost like, based on radar imagery here, that the center of the eye, which again is very well sampled by several radars, has now moved on land. So it certainly looks as though the storm center of Helene has pushed on land. Now, as far as the heavy rainfall threat goes, that extends well beyond just the center, and that's one of the reasons why we don't want you to focus just on that center line and sometimes just on the cone. That is only forecasting where the very, very center of the storm is. The impacts have been felt all across the state of Florida, and look how far to the north the heavy rainfall is now and will continue to move northward. So at the 10 o'clock advisory, it was just offshore. I'm waiting to see if maybe we get kind of an intermediary advisory to say that the storm center has pushed on land. It is going to continue to rapidly move toward the north, northeast, or north at 24 miles an hour now. That forward speed could pick up even more inland. Now, at the moment, it's still going to be very questionable as to whether or not it is still a hurricane or down to a tropical storm once it passes over metro Atlanta. Regardless, the impacts are going to be far-reaching, with the wind pushing well to the north as well as that heavy rain threat. And just to the south, maybe some of our southern Atlanta metro counties are included in that hurricane warning, with far-reaching tropical storm winds expected across much of the southeast. And that heavy rain threat will be something to watch overnight and into tomorrow as the heavy or the expansive moisture associated with Helene continues to push toward the north. So that Category 4 storm making landfall now, and at least conditions will begin to improve, but we know from experience the cleanup is going to be long lasting afterwards. With all of that rain to our north, we may see a few passing clouds at times tomorrow and into Saturday, but otherwise mostly sunny skies and kind of guilty. Although we deal with enough in the tropics, our weather here is going to be gorgeous over the next several days. We're likely very close to seeing Isaac become a hurricane. That is out over the open Atlantic waters. We also have Invest 98, 90% chance of that developing into a named storm. That would be Joyce. And then we're going to be watching, we're not done with hurricane season yet. Again, as we've said, kind of after the 15th of October is when we kind of breathe that sigh of relief. Even into early October, we have to watch. Nothing there right now. Low end chance by the Hurricane Center for something to form, and that's over the next 7 days. So we've got plenty of time to watch it.